Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day. Hope you are all having an amazing day today. My name is Lex and welcome back to some more GTA 5, where today we're going to be doing some more object spooner stuff, because in the previous video we did on this, on the wide body taxi, you guys have been giving me a lot of suggestions in the comment section below of different build ideas. Now some of them are going to be failures, I'm going to be honest. Because the thing is, what you've got to consider about these builds is that the cars have to be very similar in size, or the sizes have to work out, because of course you can't like take the front of a car and put it onto something else. You have to just combine the full cars. And so some of your build ideas, I can see it already, they're gonna fail, but we'll see, because some of them I reckon we'll get some interesting builds out of them. But before we do all of that and get further into this and start actually building some stuff, there's going to be some comments on the screen. These are comments featured from the previous video. If you would like your comments featured, you can leave them in the comment section below. I'll pick some at random and feature them at the start of the next video. And don't forget, you can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram as usual. Links for those in the description below. But also, here's some new news. I now have merchandise for sale. You guys have been asking for years at this point, actually. When am I going to bring out some t-shirts? You want to buy a Figureight logo t-shirt or something like that? I now have a few little choice things in the store right now on Teespring. I'll put a link for that in the description below. Or, for some of you, if you're in the US, UK and a few other countries, if you actually scroll down on this video, you might even see a little product shelf with a bunch of t-shirts. You can actually buy them straight through YouTube now. You can click through and that takes you to Teespring. You can actually buy it that way, super duper easy. And if you're thinking that the designs are quite limited at the moment, I'm just seeing how they're doing. It's sort of like a trial period. If you guys are into these things and you start buying stuff, maybe I'll make new products in the future. We'll have to see. But for now, we've got to jump in and actually build a custom car today. So actually this one is suggested by Simen Godley. I think that's how you're going to say it. And he says, how about combining the Futo with the Vulcan ingot to make a Futo station wagon? Now, already, alarm bells are ringing in my head because I don't think this is going to work. We'll give it a try, but I'm not too sure. I'm definitely hesitant of this first one, but you never know, because sometimes you can get surprised with this. So let's just pull over here. Let's find a nice blank. This is perfect. There we go. Let's pull over here. Actually, let's just go around to the back so we don't have to have cars crashing into us and stuff in this video. So we'll park this up because actually we're going to be using this for another build in a little while. But let's just park up. Let's jump in to spooner mode and let's get started. Let's get a spawn entity into world. Let's get a vehicle. Let's get a sports and let's just spawn in the Futo first of all. There we go. There's our Futo. And then we want to spawn in the ingot, which I think is in the sedan section. There we go. So the idea here is we're going to try and combine these two so that you could probably get like the front of the Futo on the ingot. I understand where this is coming from. The thing is, what you have to realize is that we have wheels and stuff, and if you want the car to look good, it's going to have to combine. I'm going to actually base it on the ingot. I'm going to put the Futo into the ingot because we want to have all of these wheels working. So I guess the first thing we're going to be doing is, let's just go down to Object Spooner. Let's just go down to Manage Entity Database. Let's go to the Futo. And first of all, I just want to go to Menus Customs, and I want to go to Wheels, and I want to just remove all the wheels. There we go. Just so that they don't get in the way of anything else. Then let's just go ahead and go to attachment options, attach to something, and attach to the ingot. Now you can see where there's some concerns with this build, and this is why some of the build ideas are definitely not going to work right here. So if I just go to the y-axis and we bring that forward, now we're definitely going to get a Futo front end, but the issues we now have are this windscreen sticking out, the double wing mirrors. We could easily just delete a door. I'm sure that should be okay. But we also have this arch here, which is also a concern. We could just go down on the Z-axis. Let's just bring this down like that. So that's actually going to keep most of the bonnet of the ingot and just have the front end of a Futo. We're definitely going to have to move that forward because you can actually see through the grille. But we can modify the Futo. We might actually have some modifying options. This is a thing that I didn't consider with the Banshee and the wide body taxi mod, is that you can also mod all the cars. They have extra mod parts that can sort of hide things or make things look better. So we have this, and we try and go back as far as we can, which is actually too far now because we now get the ingot badge coming through. All of that could work. It's a very interesting... yeah. Because we want to have that Futo front end coming through, really. Yeah, that's now left us with this bit sticking out here and this arch. Yeah, okay. Let's go to menu options. Let's just go to spoiler. I don't think we're going to add a spoiler in because that's all hidden. Front bumper. So we have these different bumper options. That can actually hide it a bit better. Or we can have the rally bumper, which can hide the badging. Or the retro racer kit. No, because that adds even more arches to the back that we don't want. So I think we'll actually go with the custom front splitter. On the skirts, we really don't want the skirts at all. I'd rather just try and hide what we already have, but we can't. Then we have the chassis, roll cage stuff. That's all inside there. We don't really need to worry about that. Grill. So we have the black grill or remove grill. Now that's kind of interesting because it's definitely not like got the Futo grill, but at least it doesn't sort of like, because you can see the old grill badging of the ingot behind it. If we just remove it, we can just embrace that part of the ingot. It's definitely made a whole new car look. Very weird. Then on the hood, we have the carbon hood or the vented hood. Well, obviously, neither of those are really any good. Okay, so let's just go down to doors. Let's just go to remove. And if we just start removing, let's start with the passenger door. Okay, that's going to make it a little bit better because now we only have one set of wing mirrors. Let's just go for the driver door as well. That's made it a little bit better. Just a little bit. If we were to remove the hood... No. Okay, because we've definitely got a bit of overhang there, so that's no good. Let's add that back. And in the trunk and everything, you can't really see, so I don't really think we need to hide that. But do you know what? Less parts is better, so we'll just get rid of that as well. So next up, we should probably find a paint color. We're going to go to the ingot in a minute, and we'll mod that so we can get this sort of looking all right-ish. Let's get a primary color. Let's just go for a nice bright red, I think, just so we can try and make everything sort of clear and stand out. Sometimes I think a black would be better because we can sort of hide that better, especially here. But it's the best we can do, really, let's be honest. So we could just go for a simple red on the Futo, and the secondary color we'll have to red as well. And whilst we're here, we'll just get rid of that collision right there. Now, let's go to the ingot. We're going to menus customs. And first of all, I just want to go for the windows and window tint because I want to try and hide the interior of this as much as possible. That's going to improve it a lot. Now that we've got that black or even limo, can we do a limo? Oh, limo's actually greenish looking, so actually black's what we want. Okay, that's going to hide most of the interior, so it's not going to look too bad. Then let's go to paints, primary, classic. Let's just go for a nice simple red again. There we go. Now it's going to look a little bit better. Secondary, classic, red. Let's just have it red the whole way along. Still definitely got some issues with these wheels, but I'm thinking if I just make the wheels bigger and stick them out, we might be able to hide that arch. We'll use V-Stancer for that in a minute. But this arch definitely looks just way too big, let's be honest. And also we get that there that we can't remove. It's a shame we can't remove body panels, like, because I know that the bumpers and everything are sort of... They're not together. They're like separate bits that can fall off of a car. It's a shame we can't just like remove a rear bumper or something like that, because that could at least hide some of that that's on that rear wheel. But alas, we cannot do that. So we'll just have to cope with that for now. So let's just go to wheels. Let's just go for sport, chrome, and let's just get some nice big wheels that we can just sort of poke out with this. We don't want to go for anything too deep dish though, because that's really just going to show everything else that's behind it. So maybe we'll use something like these. Or actually, if we can find a wheel that's got a nice solid part to the front of it, that's like not deep dish, nice. Oh, in fact, like that one right there. That's going to hide it a little bit better, I think. It's looking all right. I mean, we can actually start moving the Futo just a little bit in a minute. We'll play around with that. But first of all, let's just jump out. And we need to jump in to the ingot so we can actually go ahead and go to V-Stancer. So let's just jump in. And this should, there we go, it's actually let us into the ingot. We can now actually drive it around perfectly. Yeah, definitely not perfect, but do you know what? Not too bad. So let's get a V-Stancer. Let's go for suspension menu. Let's go for a bit of visual lowering, I'd say, first of all, perhaps. Then let's just go, in fact, let's just change the wheel size first of all. Let's just go for some bigger wheels. Thing is, that rear arch is perfect, so we don't actually want to fill that rear arch too much. But we'll go for some wheel width, I think. And I think that'd be fine. We just need to make these tyres go up just a little bit. And let's go to suspension menu, and I'm just going to get track width and bring that out. See, look, I have to actually bring it out to there to not see any of that that's on the interior. Actually, this is quite deep dish. I don't think that's going to be the perfect set of wheels. I think we're going to have to go back and rethink the wheels on this one. Okay, let's actually go for these wheels. Seems they're not deep dish. Let's just try and not overcomplicate this. Let's go for some wheel width again. Bit of wheel size. We'll just make it slightly bigger. And actually, I don't think we even need to move all the wheels and stuff this time. And got the front track width out. I mean, to about there. It's still not perfect, but it's just better than it was. And the same on the rear. Like that. It's not too bad. The main concern is this arch here. And I don't know. It's that arch. It's that bit of arch there. And I think that's actually it. It's not that bad. So there we have a Futo estate car. This is one of those things like, this is like the ideas that you can put together and then go, right, now I can go into a 3D modeling program and then just chuck the front end of a Futo on. And actually, in terms of width, they're perfect. They're the same sort of width. They actually work really nice together. So what I'm thinking right now is let's just go back out of V-Stancer, and I just want to go to the Futo. I just want to go to attachment options. I just want to just wiggle this about just to see if we can get anything better. Like, I can try and put that up just a little bit higher even. But I know that if we put that back, yeah, we're not gonna... Oh, that's quite interesting. Okay, now that I've got rid of the grille, we can actually move this back and sort of have like a bit of the ingot grille coming through, but with the Futo bumper and lights set up. Okay, that is weird. I think we'll have to move that forward though, because we've got that big stuff going down on the bottom. Right, there we go. Actually, we don't want to have that too much. Okay, so I think about there. It's probably where... Because, yeah, we've definitely got a bit of that coming through with the grill, you see? Okay, right, I think that's where we're going to leave that one. Okay, there we are. Let's just jump out. Spooner mode. And now we have this full-on estate version of the Futo with a weird grill setup that's sort of like half Futo, half ingot. And there it is done. I'm actually surprised with that because I was a little bit unsure. It's still not perfect. But the thing that you guys have to remember with these builds is that they aren't going to be perfect because you are just combining two cars together. Unless you can find ways to hide other parts of the cars. I guess it's a shame that we still have this sort of like windscreen sticking through on the windscreen. It does look strange. It's a shame we can't remove like a side skirt bit or a rear bumper or something like that. We don't really have those abilities other than just removing doors. That's the only thing we can do. But considering our limitations, not bad. Not bad indeed. Well, I want you guys to let me know what you think in the comment section below. As for that police car that you saw, I'm actually going to leave that for the next video. Well, I think we'll actually try and do like a build a video so we can have like a nice, like, spend some time tuning each one of these. And yeah, there we go. That is it for this video. If you've got some more object spooner ideas, let me know in the comment section below. Bearing in mind, as I said, you've got to pay attention to the size of the vehicle. Like, trying to combine like, sort of a Panto with a big car is going to look odd because the Panto is so small. All those sorts of things have to be considered. So yeah, think of that and give your ideas in the comment section below and we'll see what other cool builds we can get. But until then, as I've said, don't forget to check out the new merchandise store. Link for that in the description below or just below this video if you're in certain countries in the world, such as the US, UK, and some European countries. But that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye!